So for today, I just wanted to jump into the headset and highlight some of the changes that have been made since the version 69 update. It's been updating, I would say, almost every day now. And a couple of things that I noticed that I want to talk about, which some of them I like, some of them I don't like. For example, let's put these controllers down here. Okay, so they've changed how the avatars look, and I don't like it. So a couple days ago I jumped into the headset and I saw this little like notification to change the setup of avatars. Like, it's been updated and you can do more things there. But the default avatar that they showed looked really weird, like completely different from what it normally looks like. But I figured, you know, more stuff, we could play around it, we could probably get it to where I would like it. I don't like it. So, I mean, it looks a little bit better than initially what it looked like. I tried my best to, whenever I create an avatar, to kind of make it look like me. My knees are not that close to my ankles. I'm assuming the new avatar system that they have gives you more freedom to design, but at the same time, I don't like the design. The hands are just really wonky. I notice I kind of have fingernails, so it looks like that's what one of the things they're trying to change, but they just look off. And also the placement is nowhere near where my arms are. It's almost as if it's coming out of my neck, like my arms are coming out of my neck. The knees, first off, I'm short, so I'm not going to look this long, you know, in real life. But what's up with those knees? Why are those knees so close to my ankles? Like, if I were to, like, my waist is where it should be, more or less. This is about where my waist is in real life, but my knees are much higher than that. So it just looks weird. I don't know. The whole structure just looks kind of off to me. But you do have a little bit more freedom now with body shapes, face, you know, the face setup, hair, clothing, a lot more of the clothing. One of my complaints was you get a t-shirt and it only comes in one color. So now a lot of those basic free like t-shirts, pants and such, you can actually now customize the colors a bit more. So that's nice. Aside from that though, I don't really see a major difference, at least improvement wise. If anything, like, somebody fucked up these hands. Look at the size of my, do you see that thumb? This is a horror show right now. This is awful. You know, honestly, I don't really use the avatar system that much anyway. I don't play with anyone, I don't talk to anybody. So for me, it's not that big of a deal. It's only when I actually look at myself, which I usually don't. But I think for other people, they may not like it. I kind of wish I could go back to what I had before. I don't know if that's an option. I think once you switch over, that's it. You're kind of stuck with it. Is what it is. Let's come over here real quick. So, if you're not familiar, this is currently at the time of recording this video, the newest home environment from Meta. Oceanarium, I believe it's called. Now what you're seeing is the Quest 2 version, which I've learned is different from the Quest 3. Mainly, it just it's empty compared to the Quest 3. There's no sea turtles. Quest 3 has sea turtles. That on the Quest 3 has bubbles coming up and like heat. It's showing, you know, it has more, it's more alive. A lot more fish. More action with the fish. This over here, I believe there's more bubbles coming up. And in general, you just kind of see bubbles in the water. But on the Quest 2 version, it's a bit more limited. But the main new update or change that I've noticed as of today, as of recording this, because I think I checked yesterday and it wasn't here, is that thing. That wasn't here before. It actually took me a few days to realize that the mirror was over there. It's kind of, I would expect it to be somewhere in here, maybe even there. But it turns out it's actually over here in this little side room. Den, I guess you would call it. Well, maybe that's the den. But this is new. So this is, I guess, so you can jump into the Horizon worlds, which I don't really use. But generally you would just jump into here and then you could click on that and then, you know, go wherever you're gonna go. Again, I don't really use it, so I'm not too familiar with it. But this is new. I'm guessing it's just another way to jump into Horizon worlds. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna click on it and it's probably gonna send me to like the main menu like it normally does, I guess. But we're gonna find out. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. Meta Horizon Worlds. Update required. This version of Horizon is out of date. Update, close, and reopen Horizon. No, we're not gonna do that. This is pretty though, but I'm pretty sure this is more or less how it was when the last time I actually came here, when I tried it out. You just have this like little central area, and then I guess from there you can check out the different worlds. Those are pretty. I'm not gonna update, but where's the menu? Do I can't even click on that. To update, close, and reopen Horizon. How do I? Yeah, okay. Guess I have to just do it that way. But all right, so that's all that thing does, is it just takes you here. Let's get out of here. There we go. It's another thing I've noticed lately since getting these updates is when I need to try and just force my way out of an app. You know, you hit the Meta button or the Oculus button and you just quit. It doesn't always do it on the first try, and there have been a few times where I actually had to manually restart the headset just to get out of something. So I'm not sure if what's going on here is we've reached the limit of the Quest 2 to the point where anything new just kind of fucks it up, or maybe they're purposely trying to fuck with it so that we get forced to upgrade. Now, I will eventually upgrade to the Quest 3, not the bullshit one, the one that's replacing the Quest 2, but the actual Quest 3, because I think once they've completely phased everything out, the Quest 2 and all that, I believe they're going to sell the Quest 3 only with the highest capacity, the highest memory capacity, and they're actually dropping the price. So for me, that's a good enough deal to get it, because there's no point in me getting, what is it, the 3S, which is using the same lenses, I think, as this. What's the point of that? So instead, if I'm going to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade, like a full upgrade. But that's not going to happen anytime soon because I don't really have the budget for it. I do have a birthday coming up, but that's no excuse. Bunch of different little changes. Most of them you don't even notice. That's new. That's, you know, again, the whole avatar setup is new. Now I want to see if I can actually get rid of this. There we go. I always forget how to do that. So if you want to get rid of the mirror, you go to personalization, interactive objects. You see, before it was just the avatar mirror. Now it's also the portal. So they've added a portal, which is cute, I guess. If you use it a lot, it's something that you can play with. But aside from that, I don't really need it. So let's get rid of them. And they're gone. All right. The main thing that bothers me are the hands. Like, it's cool that I have sort of fingernails now, but I don't know. Like, that thumb is ridiculous. I feel like, from my perspective, since that's really all I see, unless I'm looking in the mirror, you should pay more attention to the hands. I was very impressed with this home environment, and I'm still pretty impressed with it. It's just, once I've seen the videos of the Quest 3 version, it's a little disappointing. It's like you buy a new car, right? And you know, you think, oh, great, this is a nice new car, and then all of a sudden your neighbor pulls up in like some brand new like Lamborghini or something, I don't know. And then you look back at your brand new car and you're like, this is shit. It's not shit, but it's I guess it's just envy at this point. I would have liked to at least have some sea turtles. I personally like sea turtles. Whatever, take what you can get. And if I do upgrade to the Quest 3, then I'll end up having that anyway. But for now, yeah, that's the major changes I've seen so far. Let's just, for fun, check out another environment. Okay. This is my other favorite environment. Mainly because of the sound. I do like the sounds. I feel like, at least in my experience, what really sells VR is actually the visuals are almost secondary. It's the audio. If you can really get the audio right, the sound effects right, that really sells it more. That really that pulls you in. But all right, let's see what let's go back into the interactive objects, turn them back on, see where they are in here. So that's the mirror. Again, those knees, man, are way too far down. I feel like the face got improved because it was really like wonky, like very misshapen. The whole head was very misshapen before. So they might have improved that, but they need to work on the hands. Okay, so that's where the other one is. This is an older environment, but it's still, okay. So they have not put the Horizon portal in every environment. It's only in some environments. Probably just the newer environments. Even though this is an older environment, it's still one of my favorites. Like, this is just a sweet setup. Okay, do we have it here? Huh, well, that's interesting. It's not even in this one. Let's check the default. Desert Terrace, if they have it. Okay, mirrors there. And the Horizon portal is there. That's what's new. It's not in every home environment. Let's see if it's in Storybook. Okay, it's in Storybook. So it's in Storybook, Lakeside Peak. It's not in the Gold Mine. Let's check Futurescape. I forgot about this environment. This one, I also like this one. It's too, sometimes it just feels too open. I see the mirror, but I don't see the portal. So it's not in every environment. I'm guessing over time they will add it to other environments. Or maybe they'll take it out altogether, who knows. Let's see the Winter Lodge. It's in the Winter Lodge. So it looks like they're slowly putting it in different environments. Okay, so it's not in the dome yet. I am still quite disappointed with this. The fact that for a little while you were able to jump all over the place and jump into seats. And then they removed the individual points so that you can go anywhere, but they limited the actual area. That kind of sucks. But also, I don't know why it's not, is it just not possible? I don't know technical stuff, but why can't I just, like in a regular game, push the joystick and just free roam? You know, move freely without teleportation around the area. Is that not something that can happen? I have been playing games, so if you've seen my other videos, just know I haven't abandoned this whole thing. It's just I haven't actually recorded anything. So actually my go-to game has been this for a while, and I might make a video about it, I might not. Being that it's October, I actually want to jump into games that I normally don't play, which are scary games, horror games. And I did buy quite a few older horror games, as you can see here. Haven't even installed them yet. Had them for a while, but I don't like scary games. This one I've seen videos of. I don't want to play it. I really don't want to play this one, but fuck it. I know it's not gonna hurt me. I've played other games that have jump scares, and I've learned that half the time it doesn't even bother me. I guess I'm not fully immersed, so it's just like, oh, scary cartoon looking monster in front of my face, fantastic. And that's it. Like, I don't actually get, like, this fucking game gave me the creeps more than actual horror games. And I think that's what it is. Jump scares don't really do much for me. Like, I don't get excited by them, and I don't really get too scared. It's just oh, you surprised me. But just being unsettled, not knowing what's coming, and then especially when it doesn't happen. Like the anticipation of a jump scare that never happens is worse than the actual jump scare. Did play this one. I don't consider this to be a scary game. It was fun. I haven't finished it yet. Assuming I don't have any other real world mishaps like I've had the last couple of weeks, I should be able to do some stuff. That would also be something new, is that I actually can start making videos again more consistently, especially for October, you know, which is my favorite month, not just because of Halloween, but because it's also my birthday month. But we're gonna try our best to do that. And if you're interested in seeing that, leave a comment. You know, encouragement goes a long way, just by letting me know, oh yeah, I would like to see something like that, or, you know, keep up the good work. It sounds silly, but it actually does help a lot. But if you enjoyed this video, if you liked, you know, whatever little highlights of the changes that I've shown, or if it was informative for you, hit the like button. Like I said, leave a comment, and with any luck, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.